Summer is already booking itself. So before the chaos starts, I'm planning June in a way that actually creates a little bit of breathing room. So let's jump in. Hi friends, I'm Amanda Lynn and I'm so glad you're here. If you're anything like me, one quick glance at the calendar can suddenly turn into, how are we already this busy? So today I'm setting up my June monthly plan with me in my Plum Paper Planner using this absolutely gorgeous seashell cover, plus some cute summer goodies from HanCanPlan's advent calendar. But most importantly, I want to show you how I plan my busy seasons without overplanning life. Because that's what stopped working for me. I used to create these super packed summer plans with zero breathing room, and then I'd feel behind before the season even started. Now I'm doing things differently. Today I'll walk you through how I choose priorities during chaotic months, how I use Trello for high-level planning, and how to pull all these actionable pieces into my paper planner, keeping my system flexible for everyday life. So let's dive in. Okay, first, let me just appreciate the seashell cover for a second because it's very June coded. I'm using my Plum Paper monthly setup along with some Summery accessories from HanCanPlan. And I've realized that these seasonal touches really help me want to come back to my planner consistently. Before I even touch my monthly plans, I like to zoom out a little bit first. I start my quarterly planning back in April, but I've added and moved things around a bit to coincide with changing seasons of life. Right now, we're moving from a full-time structure into full-on summer mode for the kiddo. And we're balancing that shift while working full-time and managing our standard roles. This is a great time to fill out an ideal week that works for you. I'm probably going to hold off on this step. I'll probably do it around mid-month. Not only have I mapped out my goals in my Moxie Life companion notebooks, I actually started this process in Trello. Trello serves as like a big brain dump zone, my digital high-level planning board. I also do monthly brain dumps and plan my upcoming weeks here. I even plan out my vacation on here. That is honestly one of the biggest shifts that changed planning for me. I stopped expecting my brain to hold all the things. Now I let those digital tools hold those brain dumps and bigger picture planning, while my paper planner becomes the place where I focus on what needs my attention this month. Creating that distinction has been huge for reducing overwhelm. This is a monthly overview printable, which is available in my freebie library, and it's where I decide what actually matters this month. I've already pulled out what can wait and what needs to stay flexible. Summer always looks manageable at first until real life starts lifing. So one thing I learned is that the chaotic months need less pressure, not more. So instead of making giant impossible lists, I focus on a few meaningful priorities and stay focused on the big stuff, the next actionable steps, so I can cut the decision fatigue before it starts and leave a little breathing room on purpose. My monthly focus for June is connection, and goal number 1 is for a summer reset. I do want to do an ideal schedule update, which is this page here. These sheets, as well as the quarterly overview sheets, are available in Momentum Made Simple. I'll have that link down below if you're interested, but you can create this on your own. It just needs the hours of the day and the weeks along the top, and you just create time blocks of what you're going to get done and when, and what times you're not at home. And then by doing that, you'll be able to fit in self-care, goals, and fun. I also need to batch my tasks and content so that I can free up vacation weeks to come. For goal 2, I have Find the Fun. This is a weekly fun focus with our treats and exploration days, plus early Father's Day fun and our vacation. Then goal 3 is prepare. That would be quarter 3 prep. We'll have our reflection, our goal setup, and prepping our brand new planners for the new season. You'll also see that I have my habits here. Our monthly focus for routines is our decluttering of Violet's room. We think that that will help us transition better through the season. And then weekly meal prep and daily evening routine and movement. I also have my important dates over here. And now it's time to drop all those goods into our planner. Today we're using the monthly highlight and calendar pages in our Plum Paper Vertical Priorities 7x9 planner. This one is the undated. I do have the dated version in the vertical columns, but that planner just didn't work for my brain. So I flipped back to my undated Vertical Priorities planner for this month, and I am excited for that change. So I will be needing to use date dots here. I'm going to play a little bit of music and set up a backdrop so that we can get started.
All right, let's talk to-do list. I always drop in a few things over here to keep me on track. Blog post, my email blast, my digital wallpapers, and any tasks that I pull from Trello. This month it will be the Violet declutter and messaging a friend about getting lunch later in the summer. This month also includes my Q3 planning prep. And there's a whole bunch of steps there to keep top of mind so that I can make progress and check it off as I go. First, we need to prep our Q3 Trello board. Then we need to start brainstorming Q3 goals and ideas. Then we need to do our quarterly overview and our perpetual calendar. We'll also need to reflect and fill out our compass assessment. This is too many steps to do all at once, so I usually do a lot of the pre-work and then I'll share some of the steps with you. It's a lot for this month, especially with the travel, but even a little bit of progress here will make Q3 feel way more grounded when I return. I also keep my books in this section. I made a big goal back in January and I'm still doing really well with it. You'll remember that I had a list here that was quite messed up, but I've actually revised it here in ChatGPT to show which books I had completed on my list. So those ones here are now marked with a check mark. which is quite a lot. I think I'm over 50 books right now. And then I have my plans for June here. It didn't include my current reads at the time that I did this sheet a few weeks ago, so I have the ones that were continued down here at the bottom. But I have updated the rest and moved anything that didn't get done in January or February because I scooted it for other books down here at the bottom so I can choose it. This actually has been really helpful to chip away at that TBR list that's so huge, but also keep fresh reads in the mix. As summer travel ramps up, I still want to keep reading top of mind, and adding self-care pieces like reading to my goals helps my plans feel supportive instead of restrictive. Keeping an analog list also means I can just grab the next book without logging into anything, which keeps it simple and accessible. The ones on deck for June are Get a Life Chloe Brown, Rebel Summer, Book Club for Troublesome Women, the Finlay Donovan trilogy. That's Killing It, Knocks 'Em Dead, and Jumps the Gun. Then we have Paper Girl of Paris, Buy the Damn Coffee. That's the book club book for Purpose Driven Mom. It's a nonfiction. Then we have Half His Age, The Book Witch, The Escape Game, and for memoirs this month we have Judy Blume, A Life. I use this facing page to track sticker kits and supplies that are used in different Plan With Me spreads so that I can reference them for future flip-throughs. I was late with my Q1 flip-through, but finally got that out in May. I'll link that down below if you want to see it. I'm hoping to get the Q2 flip-through done in July. Fingers crossed on that one. So now that we have our skeleton set, we can move on to our monthly pages. I know it's not common to throw deco in first, but that day is important, right? Just a little bit of shadowing on the other side, not too bad. This month at a glance view is where we drop anything that requires us to be somewhere or that's time sensitive. I actually think I have a school script for the last day of school. I do, yay. Okay, so I have this sticker from HanCanPlan for the last day of school, and let's start with week 23. We'll stick some deco behind it, maybe this giant pineapple. The last day of school is Friday, and Violet's already requested that we play George Michael's Freedom on the way home. Isn't that hilarious? Plus, we have to drop our vote on Monday the 1st, so I need to put a little reminder about that. This message in a bottle sounds good for that. I want to make sure that it gets counted before. I can't seem to find any of my permanent markers, which means that my child probably has stolen them from me at some point. It's okay, I will use this big permanent marker. It's not ideal, but it'll work for now, right? We also have deadline that week and a drama performance. Violet gets to play Enola Holmes, so that's fun. Oh my goodness, we also have basketball this week. We have practice and a game. For practice, we'll just symbolize it with another basketball. And a Girl Scout season finale in LA where we plan to celebrate the end of the season with the girls. Week 24 is the calm before the storm where we'll catch up where we can. Plus we have our game, our practice, and a farewell party for a family that's relocating out of state this year. We're sad to see them go, but we're excited for their next chapter. It's actually her best friend and her twin brother's birthday that day, so it's something we will not be missing. They're going to a cat cafe. Isn't that fun? I do not have any cats in this kit, but maybe a butterfly will be cute. Week 25 we're calling prep mode. We'll be wrapping up loose ends, packing, and getting ready for our Pacific Northwest adventure. We also have a couple of birthdays that week, including my own, as well as Father's Day on the weekend. We haven't really decided what we're going to do yet for Father's Day, but I'm sure it will be memorable. On week 26, we'll be visiting the Pacific Northwest. We'll be visiting family, exploring 2 major cities, visit the Dambo troll. That'll be fun. I've always wanted to see one of those trolls. If you have not heard of them, they are huge sculptures created out of recycled materials, but they're interactive, so even the kids enjoy them. And when we get back, it'll just be some resetting of things. As we said, our sweet treat days will be on Thursdays, so I'm going to put that there. The first day of summer is also June 21st, so I'm going to mark that. Cute. And we have some extras for when we decide to use this again later. Looks like I could get a whole weekly spread out of what's left here. So I'm going to probably use that in the next few weeks. So that's my June monthly setup. And honestly, I am so excited for the summer fun. This hybrid planning system has been working really well for me the last few years. Trello helps me hold my big picture thinking, and the planner helps me focus on the current season. And together they create enough structure to stay intentional without feeling trapped by my plans. If you've been feeling overwhelmed heading into summer, I hope this encourages you to simplify your systems and leave yourself some breathing room. If you liked hanging out behind the scenes today, there's more to come, so hit subscribe and turn on those notifications. And if you want to try the monthly overview printable that I used, it's in my freebie library link down below. Thanks again for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.